Fall's finally here. Just cold enough to wear your jacket on the rod out right now. Whenever it's time to go fishing, shed the jacket time. It's my favorite time of the year on this episode of DockSide TV. We're in the middle of the fall. Temperatures are perfect. This is the best time of the year, like I said, whenever it's just cold enough to take off to wear a jacket on the rod out, and warm enough while you're fishing to just simply have a long sleeve shirt. And we're on a nice, slick, calm Lake Bourne shoreline right now. About a 25-minute ride from DockSide, and we're about to enter a bayou right here. We're going to try catch a trout in the winds and curves in the bayou, and we're also going to sight fish the reds in the ponds. It's just been unbelievable, and it's just an incredible fishery we got right now off the marshes of Lake Bourne. So I hope you enjoy this episode of DockSide TV. He broke the pole or the line?
Pulled up into this pond. Shad just caught a fish, and what happened was the rest of them followed down. We found a big concentration of mullet in this small pond. All right, so we popped 2 of them. I picked up another rod and went to make a cast. Hooked into a stud. He made his run, and obviously, I mean, used a 17-pound test. It didn't matter. He snapped one of the eyes off the rod, went underneath the boat, and snapped the rod loose, and everything that came with it. You know, so when you find them in these little ponds like this, it'll be a big concentration of them. You can just sit in the mouth of this pond and tag them, but that was a stud fish, son. That was a stud. And he just snapped this like it was a toothpick. Good night. That is a stud, son. Look at that blue. He's fired up on his tail. That means he's feeding. It's a good fish. Barely had him hooked. Matrix shad. That open night color. It's just a beautiful color. This is a stud fish. We're fishing a couple of feet of water. And that's what you can look forward to when you're fishing the marsh with the water draining out like it is. And, you know, you don't need bait. You can just throw matrix shad on a 1/4 ounce jig head. You know, look at that beautiful color. That is one beautiful fish, son. Let's get him in the live well. Another one bead off right there. You know, with you know the cold front we just had, you know, we always talking, you know, transitional period. And we just had a big one. Look at that. All of that. We just had a big one. We just had a north wind. We just had a storm come through. Right behind it was a big front. Basically what happened was they lowered the water temperature just a little bit. Got the bait to moving in the marsh. We've been fishing the marsh the last couple of days. We're planning on going to check the track later. Nice little marsh red. Nice. Throwing that any color. Matrix shad. All of them work. So, but basically it's this transition with the weather like it is. The cold front came through, dropped the water temperature a little bit. We've been fishing the marsh. These fish have been stacked up in the marsh. There's been shrimp everywhere, mullet jumping everywhere throughout the marsh. All the water drained out of the marsh from that big east wind we've been having for the last couple of weeks, and it pushed it in, it condensed it into the bayous. Well, what it did when it condensed it, the fish are going to follow it. You know, so we've been catching limits of reds every day, and with a handful of speckled trout. So all that's starting to move into the lake area, all in the Chef Pass right now. And you can expect in the next couple of weeks with the water temperature steadily dropping, right? Those fish should start moving into the river, into the lake, and all the surrounding areas. Beautiful red. Get him in the box.
All right, we're going to go ahead and end it right here. Redfish mania, I'm telling you, it's awesome. It was good in the middle of the summer. Guess what the best month for redfish is? October, so now it's unbelievable. And remember, just, if you want to come try the marsh, just focus on the bayous, the curves, the turns, the intersecting bayous where the current's moving for the specks. The schoolies are in right now. And go as shallow as your boat can get. For the reds, they're everywhere. We've seen 3 to 4 schools just today of 20 fish or better packed up, floating in the ponds. We've probably seen 80 to 100 fish today. It's been incredible. Make sure to pick up some matrix shads. It's all you need out here. The fish are eating them up, and look for the lake to get good. You know, we're just fishing back here because of the cold front that just came through. When that lake calms down, look for the big sow trout to show up on the bridges. But in the meantime, you got to avoid the weather. The marsh is full of fish right here off the intercoastal. Till next time on DockSide TV.